got to play for Nigeria. How big an honour was that?
It was a massive achievement for me and my family. I was really pleased with the call up and just being able to get out there and play.
Could it have gone much better for you?
It was a great start, probably not, and I'm just happy it was a good solid performance.
Has that also helped justify your move here, because you just seem to have developed and gone forward and forward since going to the club?
Yeah, I feel like what comes with that, it's good, and it shows why I came to the club, and playing in competitions like Europe, it just shows. So yeah.
Some question why you chose Rangers as the club. Even your former manager thought you may go elsewhere, but does this help kind of to mitigate that decision? It makes it the right decision. You feel you've improved and it's developed your career so far?
Yeah, getting those accomplishments, it shows why I've come here and what I want to be doing with my career. So yeah.
What do you think it is about the move to Rangers so far that's helped you develop so well over these past few months?
I say the coaching and staff, they've helped me. They speak to me daily and just help me improve off the pitch.
Is that sort of big game experience as well, being able to play in European matches and Old Firms? Is that the type of games that you relish and are part of the reason why you came here?
Yeah, you can see how big those games are, and I just want to be a part of it.
Quotes from the national team manager today saying that it was maybe more of an experimental side, that he was playing in that Ukraine game and he was going to revert back to sort of tried and trusted players in that glamour friendly against Brazil, but he said that you've sort of played your way into his plans for that. Must be a nice feeling that hearing those.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but it's a very nice feeling to hear those things.
Okay, how important is this game tomorrow night in terms of the bigger picture of things and Rangers' development and progress forward?
Well, what it brings us is the fact that we're in 4 competitions. This is an early opportunity to try and get to Hampden. It's the first of the 4 competitions we're in. The final comes upon us, so we're just trying to keep the momentum going. I think people might look at it and say that it might be at the bottom of our priority list, but no, I think this club needs to win. So we'll be very, very strong, and our preparation will be diligent getting into this game, just like it's been in this recent run of great results.
With a gap since the last major trophy, when you're just effectively 3 wins away from silverware, does this become a big thing for you? Because that first trophy back would be a big one, I guess.
I think a first trophy would bring back greater belief within the club and the fantastic fan base that we've got here. And the people that come to Aribo. So getting that first one is crucial. And this is the one that comes early.
Did you find that as a player when you won one, it gave you a taste for silverware as well?
Yeah, I can talk about my experiences, and I definitely think the league, the Worthington Cup victory when I played at Liverpool was the real catalyst to go and winning that treble, without a shadow of a doubt. It gave the players the belief. Liverpool had gone similar time without winning something, and the players built on it. And once you get one, it becomes a bit of a habit.
Is that maybe where last season you look back with a bit of regret that it didn't quite happen in those cup competitions?
Absolutely. So that's why we've got to be on our toes. It's a difficult opponent. We only played them recently. They're organised, they're competitive, they'll be physical, and they get results. So we've got to be on our toes.
They seem to be a bit of a different beast at home than they do away from home.
Yeah, it's different. I don't want to be going on about the surface. It's the same for everybody. But they're obviously, they're used to it, and they have got some good results at home. They're a wee bit unlucky at the weekend. Watching the highlights of that game. So it's going to be a tough game.
I think Ryan Jack had said at the weekend that they got a bit of a going over from Steven Gerrard at half-time to a bit of a kick up the backsides, and it was the domestic game before that Steven Gerrard said he'd put it on some of his match winners at half-time as well to try and kick them on. How important is it that you try and get that quick start?
Yeah, there was no cups of tea flying around the changing room. There was just little reminders, but the facts are that the opponents are making it difficult. They're trying to block up all the little avenues. It's sort of playing against a low block, a team with plenty of numbers behind the ball. So it does take a wee bit of patience, but there are reminders at half-time that we've got to try and get to our intensity and not necessarily worry where the opponent is. We've just got to trust ourselves that we can go and get the right result.
And you've got such a busy schedule, whether it's Thursday, Sunday or Wednesday, Saturday like this weekend. Is that maybe a reason why it's not been as quick starts maybe in the past couple of domestic matches?
No, not necessarily. I think teams are very wary of us, and they're showing us a lot of respect by getting loads of bodies behind the ball. The fact that we are sort of playing Thursday, Sunday, is a very heavy schedule. So there has to be a wee bit sort of different outlook within games, because you can't go hammer and tongs for 90 minutes each time we play. There's got to be sort of different levels of intensity through the 90 minutes of every game. I suppose the big help is that we've got a big squad, so we can rotate a wee bit. I think we're better suited this year, but better placed with the big squad. Playing in sort of four competitions.
We talk about playing Thursday, Sunday. Is there likely to be much rotation tomorrow?
The thing is, we're looking at each game in isolation. We don't want to be making loads of change. On occasions, last season we did make 2, 3, 4 changes on these occasions. After a run of good results. So I think the lesson learned for last year is we try to make as less changes as possible.
And how's everyone fitness-wise? Everyone okay?
Everybody's good. The only wee doubt is Brandon. Brandon took a knock on his toe, so he's a slight doubt. But everybody else, just seeing Ryan Kent flying around the training ground this morning, he's moving pretty well. Jordan Jones is improving quickly. The other thing is that there's the guys who've just been on the periphery of things. They're pushing. They're pushing the sort of more recognised starting 11. So there's healthy competition.
Is there an updated timescale on Ryan Kent, Jones?
No, they won't be rushed. But the thing is that they're back on the training field a wee bit quicker than we anticipated.
Okay, and you are unbeaten away from home this season. Why do you think you've been so successful away from home?
I think the focus. I think the discipline, and I think that not panicking, getting into the final stages of games and trusting that we can make a breakthrough, because there've been some tough opponents on travels this year, but just trusting our system and trusting the way we play has been the big key.
Have you seen Jurgen Klopp's comments this morning?
I haven't, no.
In an interview with 442 magazine, he said if you ask Jurgen Klopp who should follow him, he'd say Steven Gerrard. What's your take on that?
That's surprising. In some ways, but then in other ways to look at it, probably makes a wee bit of sense. But when that's going to happen, Jurgen's looks as if he's going to be there for quite a while.
And what do you think an endorsement like that from someone will do?
Well, I think it's a huge compliment, but I can assure you that Stephen is absolutely fully focused here and trying to win something here.
In terms of the artificial pitch tomorrow night, Ryan Jack's had an ongoing issue with a knee problem. Do you look at your team selection at that point?
I don't necessarily. No, I think he's come through games on the plastic, and if that I'm not sort of rating the levels of the 3 plastic pitches in the league, but this one plays not too bad. We can't look for any excuses. We just simply don't put that into the team talk. That the fact that we're playing on plastic, we're just approaching it the exact same as any other game.